of the country. This Senate knows also that construction of roads bring multiple socio-economic benefits that traverse all human settlements of the areas of the road and form a strong base for the national economy, as it is a powerful instrument for the socio-economic transformation of cities, towns, villages, and economic hubs. This Senate are aware that the provision of roads has the visible benefits of increased mobility, increased productivity, saving in cost of transportation of men and material, speedier flow of commodities, improved standard of living, and enhanced lifestyles, as roads as a major instrument for the creation of wealth, particularly the provision and construction of roads and road links, especially those that pass through rural areas, form a strong backbone for the agro-based economy. This Senate aware that there are many such important roads across the states of the Federation with rural content that should be constructed to achieve a broad-based agro-economic and youth empowerment integration. This Senate informed, for instance, that the Mpologu, Onugobo, Ovoro, Opata, Adaba, Nkume, Umulopa, Umumbo, Omo Road, which traverses the food belt of Enugu and Anambra states, and which was captured in the 2018 budget for design and construction under the Federal Ministry of Works, Power and Housing, is archetypical of the characteristics of a critical role that will have a huge impact on the agroeconomy of these areas and help the government reduce hunger and poverty, create wealth, and give the countryside a facelift. This Senate informed that the road is a major artery that traverses through Uzo-1, the local government area of Enugu State, and Anyamelum local government area of Anambra State. A spur of the road already constructed by the Enugu State government through Umulopa feeds the 9-mile corner road, a major federal road. Both Uzo-1 and Enugu, both Uzo-1 and Anyamelum are the food baskets of both Enugu and Anambra states, as 90% of the rice produced by both states come from this belt. There are other associated agro products like okra, maize, watermelon, and garden coming from this food belt. This Senate convinced that the construction of the road and other such like roads will ensure the evacuation of these. This Senate convinced that the construction of the road and other such like roads will ensure the evacuation of these agricultural products that are produced in commercial quantity along that belt, thereby creating gainful employment for the youth, control rural-urban migration, and help the nation attain self-sufficiency in essential food production. This Senate informed that despite budgetary provisions for the road, there is no visible work on the road, and the people of these areas who were initially hopeful that at last the huge agricultural produce of the areas will go to the markets instead of rotting after harvest, are now concerned whether the federal government has forgotten about them. This is a concern that the federal government, as a way of tackling the high youth unemployment, pursuant to its policy to revive and diversify the economy, has been strident in asking the youth of the country to return to the farms and to agriculture as a means of wealth creation and empowerment, a call which many young persons have subscribed to in these areas. Yet, the government does not seem to provide the necessary basic infrastructure to support the youth in their quest to be self-employed. This is convinced that a lot of criminalities like kidnappings, armed robbery, menacing hooliganism, and other vices which have been on the increase around these areas will be drastically minimized with the construction of this road. And the youth who take advantage of the many water sources in the area can be gainfully engaged all year round and will legitimately make themselves wealthy. This Senate observed that considering the immense socio-economic benefits of this road, there is need for increased budgetary allocation of the road in 2018 budget. And this Senate accordingly resolves, 1, to urge the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Works to roll over the 2017 allocations for the Mpologu, Ovoro, Umuloba, Omumbo, Omo roads and increase the 2018 provision for same to harness the socio-economic benefits of the road. And finally, identify and ensure the construction of rehabilitation of critical rural roads across the country that are used for the evacuation of agricultural products in order to facilitate the attainment of the country's goal for food sufficiency. Mr. President, this motion is a straightforward one, which I know that if this Senate gives the support and lend the huge support that we need, this road will be passed. And then we compel the Federal Ministry of Works to help us get this done here, because it's a road that you cut across. It's a major road that cuts between my Central District and the next Central District.
Senator Utazi, I've heard the others have to contribute. Be concerned on the need for road sector development, because once we're developing a road sector, it comes with a lot of implications. It has the health and environmental issues, because once the roads are good, it reduces the issue of the airborne diseases. And if you do roads, every road you do is generally, in terms of the economic social implication, is an economic corridor. Because once roads are coming up, you begin to see filling stations, cottage industries, and stuff like that. And it helps with the promotion of agricultural production and distribution, you know. So, and I think that it's also to create jobs, because each road you are doing, people are get involved, and jobs are created, and wealth is also redistributed. So it is important that we address the issue of road construction or road development all around Nigeria. So having said this, distinguished colleagues, I want to thank Senator Utazi and all those who contributed to this debate. And as he says, it's a straightforward motion. So we'll quickly go to the prayers and then see what we are able to achieve. Prayer 1. Amendment. Yes.